Hi, Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to UUM GIG Hackathon 2021. You are currently watching live business pitching session by 50 tech entrepreneurship students. We are proud to announce that we have the most prestigious judges from both industry and academia in our event today. On the industry side, we have a representative from Magic, MDEC, Droppy, Foxy Mojo, and Uni Utama Solution. On the academic side, we have both directors from the University Center of Excellence, which is a Cooperative and Entrepreneurship Development Institute, SETI, and Testing, Measurement, Appraisal, SETMA. We're also proud to have our ex-Bank Negara personnel who have becoming a lecturer in UUM. Thank you for making time to attend this event. Before I start, I just want to share what is UUM GIG Hackathon all about. In principle, it is a 14-week undergraduate minor course entitled IT Entrepreneurship with the course code STID 3154 offered by School of Computing, UUM. We had a virtual sandbox bootcamp for 50 tech entrepreneurship students where we applied design thinking and UX sketching techniques in our activities. So out of 50 students, 7 students are international students and 5 are currently in other countries. Right, now I'm going to introduce our honorable judges. To the judges, we would love to hear some words from you, for example, introduction about yourself, some kind of motivational insights and experience within 1 to 3 minutes. So without further delay, I would like to invite Mr. Azhari Omar, General Manager, Uni Utama Solutions. Welcome.
Actually, hi everyone. Then officially for the judges and all the students. So basically, Dr. Idia appointed me to be the judges because our experience in the commercials, and especially on the business methods. Whatever the product that you want to make, first you need to understand who's your audience. Let's say you make a product, a software, whatever. You need to understand why you make the product and how you are going to sell the things. First, you need to do the market research first, in terms of who is your audience, who are going to buy the software, who are going to buy the apps and so on, and how you're going to deliver. If your product is a digital, it's okay. But if your product is about the hard product, meaning you need to a logistics, courier and something, you need to understand how you're going to get the product to the customer. Example, let's say you have a product you're going to sell in US. How are you going to do that? You mean you have to appoint a warehouse in the US and so on, and then you make the platform e-commerce and listen, like USB, we have the warehouse in the China. We have a warehouse in the German, but it's very small where we can send our product over there. And then I think what Hasida also can help in terms of that, right? Ropi also provide that kind of service. So that the kind of things lah. So I want to see when you do the presentation in terms of the commercialization, how you going to commercialize these things, how you get how you want to get the audience, get your product, and then use the things, and then how can you help the other people outside that? Because being the businessman, meaning you going to help other people, like improve their life. Let's say you're selling the product about the business improvement. Let's say you create a software, something like we call it WhatsApp Blaster and so on, where they can use the WhatsApp Blaster to market their product easily and so on. I think that's all for now, Dr. Ida.
Next, we would like to invite Mr. Wan Muhammad Farhan, Wan Muhammad Fuad, manager from MDEC. Over to you, Farhan.
Assalamualaikum everyone. How are you? Thank you, Dia. Just for your information, I'm not sure if you guys know what MDEC does, so maybe I'll just briefly share. So MDEC, or Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, we are a government agency in charge of building the nation's digital economy. And first of all, I think most of you are, because you are in the class with Dr. Idia. So I think that is the first step to the right direction already. So congratulations. You guys are now leading in the community that you guys are in terms of trying to find new ways of unlocking the economic potential that we have here in Malaysia or within the countries that you are in. So I think whatever it is that you guys are building, this is the first step. So I've been an entrepreneur before, a failed entrepreneur, but I think that is something that, if possible, I want you guys to embrace. Because when I was in university, I don't even know what I want to do. I was in the oil and gas industry for 7 years before I entered and ventured into this new technology, ICT and digital. So you may think that this may not be something that you want to do at this point of time right now, but it's okay. So I think this is the process that we need to go through. Everyone will have to go through. And I think hopefully maybe 10% of the people in this class already knows what they want to do. So I think this particular group are the people that you want to look up to, because I think maybe not everyone wants to become an entrepreneur, but when you have your peers that knows what they want to do, you want to learn from them. I think that's the purpose of this session as well. I think it's to learn from each other. And I think there's a lot of learnings throughout your classes, your future endeavors, your career. But I think this first step that Dr. Izia has taught you for the past 14 weeks, I think this is really, really, really precious. I don't know if you guys know, the people out there would pay a lot of money to get Dr. Izia to teach them, and let alone 14 weeks of personal communication with someone like Dr. Izia. So whatever remaining time you have left with her, do ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Always ask for help. Always test your ideas. Get it validated. Hopefully one day I'll be able to meet up, one of you guys to see how we can help you grow your business further. Thank you, Vidya.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Farhan. You can trust everything except about me. So now we would like to invite Madam Haslinda. I just want to tell you guys, remember when we watched the Netflix Korean drama entitled Startup? So Dropi is the second Malaysian startup to enter the Y Combinator. It is one of the prestigious Silicon Valley seed accelerator. It's like the sandbox program in Korea. Okay. And Linda, please correct me if I'm wrong, and they managed to close 8.47 million funding. This is according to digitalasia.com. So let's welcome Madam Haslinda Rasid.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Hi everyone. First of all, thanks Vidya for inviting me here. Hari ni still working day, so I just come out from the meeting and then immediately jump into this call. Congratulations to all students that are here. I think whether it's a good decision, bad decision, it's a decision that you have made. And I hope you guys are learning something. So a little bit about me. My name is Haslinda Rasid. Can call me Linda Rasid. Linda. So industry always call me Linda Rasid or Kak Linda. Most of them. I would say I'm a parallel entrepreneur. I have a few companies, but at one time I will bring one company in front and the rest kat belakang. And currently I'm with Dropi. I'm the co-founder and also CTO, Chief Technology Officer for Dropi.
The real Namdosan.
Yeah, for Malaysia. So yeah, we are the second companies from Malaysia that went into Y Combinator, but we also gone through a lot of accelerators in Malaysia to ready us to that level. And my passion is always in product development, technology, research, and UX. So I love UX. That's why I get to know Idea and get very close to Idea because of that same passion. What I can share here to the students and whoever participant here is I never stop to learn. So there's always a process of cycle of learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because the minute you stop learning, there's no way you can be a business owner that have sustainable business, regardless of whether it's technology based or really like a brick and mortar company or kedai runcit, whatever. You need to continuously learn, unlearn, and relearn. Always find a mentor, a cikgu, a guru. I mean, don't just learn from Google because you might not have enough knowledge to actually filter out which one is the good one or the bad one. Everyone is saying everything and might not be suitable for us. So in 20 years or maybe like 15 years running a few businesses in tech-based, all my business are tech, that's my principle. Never stop learning and never stop teaching also. As you learn, unlearn, and relearn, start sharing. And then you can, accelerate the process of learning, unlearn, relearn around and around and around. It can be better. Particularly for tech business, in order for you to be a sustainable business, this exercise with the pitching, ideation is a start. It's not the end game. Always think on how to make it sustainable, always think on how to make money, and make sure your metrics is right when you run the business. So later when you present, don't say that, oh, the traction will be numbers of users, because the next question we will ask, how many of that users bring you money? Because numbers of users is vanity, is not high value. So always know in your business, what is that metrics that supported the growth of that business. That's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. So now we would like to invite Professor Dr. Chandra, the Director of Cooperative and Entrepreneurship Development Institute, SEDI, UUM.
Thank you very much, Dr. Idea, and hi everybody, fellow judges and students. I'm really very happy today because I took over this place after leaving the center in 2015. I was here from 2011 to 2015, and then I took a break and I came back in 2019. I was having this in mind, but it was not moving. I mean, to the students, I have to be very frank, even to the judges, that UUM has been doing entrepreneurship, but most of it has been lifestyle business. You know, you buy and sell, you sell foodstuffs. Yeah. The school of thought that I belong in, I say that to sell these things, you don't need entrepreneurship training. You know, I think, and you are a degree holder. So when are we going to upscale ourselves? So this is what I and my team here at SEDI, we have planned. And I know God is everywhere. So I think this time I got the link through Dr. Idea. I'm really eager to see what the students have done, because one of it is we are looking at potentials to be upscaled. I've converted a postgraduate room to an incubator for the students. At this moment, I have a capacity for 20 students, and if there are more takers, I'm willing to even change or renovate some of my other facilities to make it like a so-called as a co-working space. And I have got funding. To tell you, I have funding for training by internal and external people. So you'll be given the entire spectrum, like what Puan Haslinda, Cik Azhari, and Farhan said. I think we need to understand what are ordinary shares, what are preferred shares, when do you go for pitching, who stays long, who comes for a short period of time. You know, you must know your forecasted finance, all these stuffs. I'm also eagerly looking for the idea to market. I mean, it's always it's about ideation stage at this stage. Some ideas need rectification, some ideas are ready to go, some ideas need to be rethink and everything. It's not that it's not good, but we have to look at how it is it's viable and it's sustainable. As I told you, we have a small track that looks at lifestyle business. I've got some funding to teach them. It's just going to be like 3 days, 2 nights sort of training for the lifestyle business. But now the focus would be on businesses like this, more of tech and innovation, because the Ministry of Higher Education today is focusing into more and more startups that embed innovation and technology. So I went into an argument with some of the officers saying that I'm not from science and technology university. I think Farhan gave me a piece of mind just now. Put the money that they can make and then they will run for it. But one guy came up and told me, Chandra, look here, not all innovation means technology. Your innovation can be in your process, can be in your marketing, a lot of ways. So after hearing that, it gave me a spirit to move further. So I think the ministry is looking at what do you call companies that, businesses that embed innovation and technology. My dream is always I have a deliberation with my colleague in UTM, who is also an entrepreneurship director. They have a company, probably Farhan or Azari or Azlinda or even Dr. Moiza would have heard. Yeah, Run Cloud. Run Cloud by Arif Tukiman. Okay, so he's always an icon when it comes to entrepreneurship. So my dream is to have one icon from UUM. So hopefully this program will be the stepping stone. Thank you very much, Idea. Back to you.
Thank you, Prof. Chandra. So now we would love to invite Associate Professor Dr. Nur Idayu, the Director for Center of Testing, Measurement and Appraisal UUM, SETMA. Dr. Idayu, she actually has issues on the network.
Okay. Hello, hi.
Hi.
Yeah. I'm working from home. I'm working from home, so having trouble a little bit with my network. Okay. Actually, I'm currently directing the Center for Testing, Measurement and Appraisals. Nothing to do actually directly with the entrepreneurships, but actually we in SETMA really encourage more lecturers and also our young adult semalam students to embark into new venture things like a gig economy and also gig jobs, because we are part of the sustainability campus sustainability framework. So like Dr. Ida is one of our associate fellow, and I always advise her, to grow more new talents among our students, so that we can bring much prosperity to the university, especially in terms of new innovations. So the innovations not only come from the lecturers, and it also has to be groomed from our young. And actually, I'm also looking for new talents to be parked at my center, so that more fresh ideas can be captured. Okay, this is our sustainability framework. And I actually I noticed that this is part of Dr. Idia and Dr. Apa ni? I couldn't remember the other one. Okay, Dr. Idia grants kan, under the grants, right? Okay. So the grant is actually would like to create a new branch in campus on the gig economy to replace the traditional one. So instead of you are talking at the global, so we also looking forward to build something in the campus. So how to do that is actually I would like to listen from Dr. Ida and students. So how actually I mention this and channel them to our management. So inshallah, good ideas, okay, good efforts. I can assist students, okay, with what I have, okay, so that it can be listened by the management. So for your information today, at the same time, I'm also listening to the university new strategic plans, where we are talking about, the UI Green metric rankings. Where in that particular ranking, there are indicators related to the green leaders and green student developments. So part of the indicators related to new economic business and students development to GIG. So congratulations. So I can count on you guys us on this. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Dayu.
Back to you, Dr. Idia.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, Dr. Muhaizam from School of Economics, Finance and Banking. And for your information, he is the one who gives you grant for the prizes. So for everybody's information, there will be prizes for the winner, first, second, and third. First prize will be 500 ringgit. Second prize will be 300 ringgit. And third prize will be 200, I think. So Dr. Chandra, if you are willing to give more prizes for us, you are most welcome. So without further delay, let's invite Dr. Muhaizam to introduce himself.
Okay, right. Thank you. We don't want to wait because the intention for today is actually to listen to students. Anyway, a short intro of myself. Hi, my name is Dr. Muhammad Muhaizam. I'm a lecturer from the School of Economics, Finance and Banking. Basically, my background is that I once worked with Bank Negara before joining University Utara Malaysia. And actually, I am a technology enthusiast. So I like to know about technology, and basically my main area is on banking. So that's why my exploration is on financial technology or fintech. Now, basically what we want to see today is that we want to see how students take opportunities in the current moment, and how you can use your skills to use this opportunity to innovate. That's very important. And my advice to everyone presenting this hackathon is basically, it's important for you to know that right now, entrepreneurs is already changing. We rely on data. And whether your background is non-technologies or not a school of computing or from social science like me, don't be afraid. Because why? Everything about technology can be learned outside in the social media. Like myself, I have a YouTube channel. You can always visit my channel, Digital Education Academy. The important thing is that when you learn something, please share it with others. So I hope the result from today event, it will contribute to the research grant that myself and Dr. Idia is working on to develop a very good application for our University Utara Malaysia on the GIG platform, GIG section. So all the best to you all. Thank you. Back to you, Dr. Idia.
Thank you, Dr. Muhaizam. Right. So just to remind the judges that your assessment form can be accessed from the link I shared in the chat box. You can go to the chat box and you can see the link there. So how to do the evaluation is to first choose your name from the drop-down option. Then choose the presenter, which will be announced before the presentation begins. And I would like to ask you to switch off your video because some of the students are using their personal data to access this platform. I also provide a mirror link on the chat just in case you want to explore on the platform that we are currently using. But please make sure you don't accidentally delete anything from the platform. So now let's invite our first presenter, which is from Group 5, Natek. Are you ready with the title? Go Sweep.
Okay, can we start now?
Yes, over to you, Corinne.
Thank you, Dr. Idia. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to Dr. Idia, honorable judges and fellow friends. Before we start, I would like to say thank you to Dr. Idia for the opportunity given. We will be the first presenter for today, and we will start our presentation with a video that we have prepared.
I can't keep on taking my bicycle to classes. So you want to go to class. You wake up early, you dress in your favorite Gucci perfume, and you head out the door. You get to the bus stop and you see
so many people.
buses after buses, but you still cannot get in one. After you get the bus, you are squished like sardines in a can. And by the time you get to class, you look like you just ran half of a marathon. There is an easy way to this. You see, Go is a web-based application that can solve the problem. GoSweep is a convenient booking service for parts of UUM campus and wherever you need to be, GoSweep is there for your convenience. You can use GoSweep to go right or later. You share with the driver to know their routes. And if you need extra time ready, GoSweep is a real-time GPS driver tracker so that you know where the driver is. So you can get where while waiting for the driver. And even with friends, you can share the same car to drive off to different places. To multiple options for your convenience. You go out and forget your wallet. You can play 5 your destination. Don't worry. To the application. 2. Find the available car. 3. Book a car for pickups. 4. Get to your destination. And 5. Pay. The app can also be used as staff or a UM campus to help them gain side income. They can work and start making money. The 5 steps the driver can use the application. Number 1, log into the application. Number 2, register as the driver. Number 3, accept customers' booking. Number 4, drive customers to the destination. And lastly, number 5, receive payment from customers. Overall, GoSweep application is to provide convenience for students around UUM campus to go from one places to another. So, no more riding my bicycle to the class.
In order to make it easier for us to decide how to move forward with our application idea, we have done a SWOT analysis. It helped us to gain a better understanding on how we will be able to execute our idea and what the end result will be like. The following are this overview of our SWOT analysis. The strength, we offer the best price compared to other transportation services. For weaknesses, drivers are not very happy with their earning, as well as the competition of our application is rising as the concept of the application is pretty simple. The opportunity, they can incentivize the use of lower operational cost vehicles. And the threat, existing applications similar with GoSweep but different target user, such as Uber and Grab. Now I would like to pass to my next presenter.
Hello? Okay. Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi. Okay, I will make this simple by going through to show you about costing, that how much to develop this application. First, for this application, it starting cost 10,000 ringgit and above. That can be developed many variation for developing. For example, a full project must at least have team members that which is have iOS, Android developer, project manager, business analysis, UI and UX designer, and QA tester. And every salary for each member is for around 4,000 ringgit. And let's say minimum running cost for developing is around 20,000 ringgit. If process for developing it takes around 3 months to complete, it will cost around 70,000 ringgit. Include that cost, administrative and profit margin. But if we able to reduce some resources that are not fully occupied, we can cut off the cost around 60,000 ringgit and above. Okay, let's say our cost are 22 ringgit per trip. We're going to sell it for 28 ringgit per trip. That means that we can make a profit of 6 ringgit per trip. So from the top down perspective, I do the research. The number of students in UUM are 4,856 new intake students in UUM in 2020. That increase of 9.91% since last year intake, and the overall of the student is 28,866 students in 2020. So we know that there are many students in UUM. Okay, let's say we only take 4,000 ringgit and 4,000 students using this application. If we convert all this, every single of student, that will be around 4,000 students times 6 ringgit. It can be 84 ringgit, 84,000 ringgit. So if we capture the entire market, we'll make 84,000 ringgit. That's completely great for our company. If to make realistic, what does 1% of the market looks like? So we calculate that it will be still 84,000 ringgit. So we assume that students use our product because more affordable and easy for them. Next, I will pass to my other members to demonstrate our prototyping.
Okay, next, let me continue with our prototype for this application. First, we have a GoSweep main page, which will come to the GoSweep. And then we have a student page and staff page. I will tell about the student page. When we click the student page, and it will go to the login. The student needs to log in, and then the user also can sign up. And if they forget to your password, they can reset the password and go to they will go to our message, which is OTP. And then you can reset our password and we get a new password. And then we have also some ads, which is cheapest price, fast service, live tracking. And then we go to the main menu, which is they will show about the place that we want to go. And then when we click the menu, then we have a list male driver, list female driver, and booking driver. When we see that the list of driver, we'll see the category of male driver. We can see them. We have Kamuden, Hakim, Jack, and when we click for the list of driver for this category, and let's say we'll choose Amina, and then we click next, then we can see the profile for this driver. And then after we see after we book this application, and then we can see the detail about the booking order. We have the product might be black, their number plates, the status is available, and they will show the price. And next we can see the driver location and estimate the arrival time. And then go to the drive, we'll see the driver are on the way, and we can call or message them. Also, we can change the address, and this is the page for the chat. And this, when we call it, we shall pick up at the cafe in Asismas and drop off to Simat Changlun. And then we can click the home button and we go to the main page. And next, I will proceed to continue with my friend.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. And I now will continue the part of staff. So the staff also will have when they click the button icon, the GoSweep icon on the home screen, so it will pop up the icon. So when the staff click the icon, so they will choose the staff, and it will go to registration form. We show fill the information of the staff, which is car model, registration number, license number, and proof of their identity, which they can choose either ID card, passport, or license driver. And they also need to upload their picture of identity or the selfie with identity. So after that, they will click next, and the page will show the co-swap icon and register is successful. So after that, when the driver or staff receive an order, the screen will pop out, the screen or the page will pop out the pick up, place, and drop off. So when the student or user call them, they can either answer with I'm busy or accept. So when they accept, the screen will show the congratulations to the staff and will show up the orders that complete by the day. And then the staff also can click to the next job and we go to the home screen. So next job and go to the home button. And in the home button, there will be as smart. So then when the user, the student or the staff want to log out from the application, they can click. They don't know, oh yes, if they click the no, it will go back to the first main page, which is GoSwap icon. And if they click the yes, it will show their home screen page. So that's all from our group. We will now share the link in the chat for our prototype for user experience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Group 5. So now I guess we would like to open the floor for suggestions and comments and questions from our beloved judges.
Hi, Idia. Can I go first?
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Maybe before other judges give a technical suggestions or questions, I think I would like to congratulate the team. I think the effort that you guys have put in, honestly, it is so much better than most of the entrepreneurs that have actually come to me and present their ideas. So I think the process and thought flow is there already. So good job. But I think just for your information, I saw that the target market that you guys are focusing on is in UUM alone. I think that is something that it's good to have a specific target market at this point of time, but do consider a bigger target group. For example, the whole Perlis community, for example. Well, I'm assuming, I'm not sure if are there any grabs in Perlis. So, but I'm assuming the supply from the supply side is it's not gonna be from the UUM students. Okay, so they are not in the community lah. So it's gonna be a bit difficult if the way that you guys want to capture the market. When I saw that you got a listing of people there, it should be more open. Second thing, if I may suggest, I think it's good to see that if this is a viable project to be done there. Try to you don't actually have to have a system to actually do this. You know, I have a case study. For example, there's this company called GoGet. You know, they started their services just by using WhatsApp. Okay, but maybe you don't have to use WhatsApp. For example, you have two groups using Telegram. One group is for the supply side, and one group is for the demand side. Okay, so the supply side, you go to the community out there to see if there are people out there that would, if this is something that you guys want to develop, would they be interested or not to be part of this? Then you get them to register in this Telegram group, and then get them to be on standby. And then from the demand side, you capture information and tell the UM students if they would like to use any kind of this go sweep ni, kereta sapu kan. Go to this group, and then you guys will find the drivers for them. So from there, you will be able to see if there's a market potential or not, even before you apply for whatever grant or actually develop the actual product itself. So at this point of time, if you really want to do this, create that Telegram groups, and go out there, use your Facebook, use your, I don't know, whatever TikTok community punya application that you guys use. Try to see if market punya traction. Will there be people interested to use if you guys actually develop this thing? It's a good exercise as well, if you ask me. The rest, I'll get the other judges to ask. Thank you, Dia.
Thank you, Farhan. Yes, I would like other judges. You can switch on your video. Yes.
Dr. Idia, can I?
Sure, Dr. Chandra. Just switch on your video. We want to see
my video is on. I'm really impressed. I understand that at this stage ni, kita punya ideation stage is still at initial. I can see new seed punya sapu, and sapu becomes go sweep, and then you go into a grab food punya concept, but in campus. I agree with what Farhan was saying just now. I think as compared to the sapu and this, we have to look at the business model. It's a good idea to congratulate you guys first. But sapu, the biggest problem is getting the license to operate in campus, because there's insurance and all the stuff that is involved. But the food part though is actually happening in campus. A lot of food retailers in campus are now doing CODs. When we at ZD, we just order and people come and send. Even T-Life in campus is paying RM1 per cup. I threw this challenge to an academic. The idea he has, but he did not work with the business model. Okay, so on that score, if you guys are really interested to bring this to the next level, I invite you guys to Shady, and you guys can join what we are going to start off as the incubator program. So we will have all the training on the business angle because you have the technical angles there. But as what Mr. Farhan said, we have to do market survey, look at traction of the market, what is your unique selling point, you know, all those things are the ones that we need to polish there. So in some, it's a good idea, but you need to give some business angle thinking. That's all that I have to comment. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I would like to ask, because I learned about UIIX with Dr. Idea, so maybe this is a question testing for the audience. When I look at the interface, I'm sorry to say, I'm not feeling that is very a good design. Okay, very interesting design. It's all like color, pink color. You know, maybe you might want to comment, the person who developed. Thank you.
The CDO.
As for design, we choose our color palette, rose flower, which is they got purple, green, yellow, and pink. So it's also we show as natural and environment.
Okay, let me add something. Hello.
Go ahead, Chezari.
Right. Let me add something. I agree with Dr. Muhammad. Actually, the design, the color design is not really commercial. I know that you are girls, you love pink, but the user is not all girls, right? So we mix up in the public, we mix up boys and girls, and some doesn't like, I mean, the pink color. So you must use, if you want to use for public, you must use a color that fit the public color. You have to make studies, maybe, I mean, some research what color the public mostly like. And then I don't see any. I'm talking about this in terms of commercial. You want to do something, as I mentioned before, you must see in the business prospect. What is ROI? How long it takes to get your investment? How much you need to spend for these kind of things? You know, at the end, whatever you do is dollar and cents. It's in terms of business. That's not number two. And number three is if you are willing to study, it's good to have the model of go straight. But I think in the business environment, especially industry, rather than you follow the Grab model, why not you just using the carpool system? You know, carpooling rather than use a Grab. You know, Grab method is slightly different with the carpool. Carpool, whether you can, it's one, let's say one of your friends want to go to the certain class that he can offer somebody a certain charge, slightly different. But I mean, the business model is like, it's almost the same. But when you carpool, is really more fit to university environment, because let's say UM only have 20,000 students right now. You have the 20,000 students, it's not big enough actually for the, if you want to launch what we call it, this kind of things. I'm talking about ROI, the return of investment things. So that's my point of view. All right. So I think other judges maybe can add on a little bit more.
Thank you, Azari. Dr. Moiza, you want to add on just now?
Okay, just that I think it's better the background is just one color. That's my concept. For example, in Asia, they choose white and red, you know, so maybe something to thought. Simplicity is important. Thank you. That's my comment.
Thank you, Dr. Moiza. Madam Haslinda, do you want to say anything?
I just have like maybe 3 points I want to share. Okay, first, I think they share, I mean, first, congrats, it's quite good at the level of some startup even. First comment is on the financial projection. When you do financial projection based on the numbers of students, it might not totally accurate because you get charged by numbers of trips. So student might share the trip. So need to look at for the projection again. 1% you get 84,000 might not be accurate. In that case, I agree with other panel that economy of scale is not there. You need to like learn from, say, Facebook. They start with one universities, but the way they design is very easy to scale to other universities, provided your niche is university lah. Okay. Second point is identify your niche. What is your niche? I look at the XG file that shared. It's almost like a ping template of Grab in the beginning, like my taxi kind of apps, right? So find a niche. It can be sorry, my kids. It can be like trust. Trust is one element. For example, you need trust to be, so the app shows how to connect with trust. For example, or because I can see from the UX star that you guys are divided the drivers into male and female. So it can be that is the intention, but I don't know what is the actual intention here. Then find your niche. If you can find your niche, regardless of how many competitors in the market, with the right marketing strategy, you can make it as a business. But you need to think of economy of scale, macam mana nak dapat duit tu, macam mana nak grow the business. And the niche is something that you can shout, right? If I say like, go sweep, is you can trust our drivers. It's vetted and it's whatever. So it's become something different than Grab or whatever ride sharing app over there. Third is on the UX part. I agree also with the panel. My advice is draft a style guide. Every apps have its own style guide. What is the font? What is the color? And then if your target say with that color, slightly different, like Huawei, right? Also like multi-colors like that. But what is that UX principle? So for example, it's trust, and I know that one ride sharing targeting female. So it's okay to have that pinkish color, but you need to have that style guide in. So everything like from 1.1, 0.2, 0.3 that I brought up is actually interrelated. Pin every point there. If you want to run it as a business, it might work, but go find your niche. It can be like, we don't send food, we send barang basah, or we send whatever barang-barang daripada industri desa for the food, right? Find a niche and run as a business. That's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Dr. Ida, do you want to add anything?
Okay, congratulations to the team, yeah. I think because I'm not in a UI UX punya area, but I think for anyone, it's kind like a good fresh idea. But I realized one thing, when you presented the SWOT analysis too, I think you tak tengok in a big much details. It's very simple, maybe because you limit yourself into the only UUM punya target markets. Whilst kita tahu actually there are many other restrictions that maybe idea you tak boleh bawa jauh. For example, like when you work in campus, sometimes kita bound by certain rules and regulations that can be big threat to you actually untuk you proceed. Maybe yang tu you ada tertinggal key points lah. But overall to me quite good lah idea tu, right?
Thank you, Dr. Ida. I guess I am the one who actually command them to look into UUM ecosystem. So somehow it influenced these kids. But anyway, thank you very much, Team 5. Okay, I hope you learned something from the judges. It's very good, points there. And think about it, Prof. Chandra is offering you a space. Okay, right. So let's move to the next presenter.
Thank you, madam.
This is group 4. Group 4. Easy journey. So without further delay, I would like to pass this over to Danielle. Over to you, Danielle.
Okay, thank you, madam. Hi, and a good evening to all panelists and fellow friends. My name is Muhammad Daniel bin Muhammad Nazir. I'm the CTO of EasyJet. I would like to introduce my team members. Me as the CTO, Chief Technology Officer, and for the CEO is Muhammad Nasruddin. For the COO is Nur Husnina, and for the CDO is Ko Jahoy, and last but not least, for CFO is Lia Jahoy. Today, we'd like to introduce the idea that could help and inspire people, especially for UUM students. So before we start, let me ask you, if you are a student, if you are a full-time student, when you need to buy something, but you don't have enough money for that, do you think you have enough time to deliver food as a part-time job? Or maybe being a cashier to get some pocket money? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that not all of them are having enough time to do that. Besides, there are some students who don't have enough skill because most of the universities learn theoretical rather than the practical, and this type of student is eager to learn and willing to spend their own money to gain a skill. As my experience, I'm willing to subscribe the premium YouTube just because I hate the advertisement being the interrupt when I'm watching the tutorial video for my assignment. Lastly, there are also some students out there don't have enough knowledge and money, but they need a platform or maybe the online community that can share the knowledge among the students. But where do all these students could solve this problem? That's why we are here to connect all the problems that being faced by the student. So to answer all the big why, I would like to call our CEO. Solve the big why. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Husnina, and I will continue as a second speaker of our team. Don't you think, if there's too many problems, do we have to solve all the problems one by one? I don't think so. But why don't we create one solution for all the problems that having trouble to the student? So we combine all these three problems to be solved in one solution, which is by creating one-stop platform where all student community
able to share the knowledge, able to gain the money, and also able to experience the other students' skills and so on. So this platform is not only where students can share and gain the knowledge. This is where they can build one community of students where have a same goal, which is seeking for sharing the content, the skill, the knowledge, their experience, where they're seeking for gain money to help their finance, and also we believe that this one-stop platform is able to connect with other students, to inspire students to build their personal grow, where they can increase their inner soft skill, where they can communicate, share their opinion with the other about their experience, what are they're having problems, so the others know, oh, this thing is need to be solved, this problem is need to be solved. People seeking for this skill, people seeking for this help. So we're also able to build the opportunity for a student to be more content creator, as we know that nowadays the YouTuber, there's a lot of students who become a YouTuber and gain money. However, not every student know who are them. Why don't we build this one-stop platform where students can notice them? And we understand that most of students seeking for help from the other student. For example, I'm experiencing it myself, where my friend asking me, Nina, how to do this thing, how to do mathematics, and not only the same person, it's more. And I learned a lot, where I meet a lot of people from other classes who asking me, who I don't even know. And that is where we connect, we share, oh, this thing is need to be solved, this thing is need to be learned. And they also giving me idea, why don't you create a video where people, you can solve all people who need the same problem as me. And that is why I think this platform able to create a lot of value for all students who need it. It's not that we don't appreciate the lecture, but students also have a knowledge that the lecture doesn't have. So now we would like to show the video where about our prototype, to give a quick view of this idea. Sorry, had some mistake. It's okay, Jiahui, take your time. Sorry. So good day, everyone. I'm Jiahui, the CDO of this team. Now I will continue the finance part. So we estimate use 12 months to complete the application. The rate of the estimation of the overall costing will be around 200,000 ringgit. That includes the other costs. So if the time of the development less than 12 months, so the cost will be reduced. So therefore, have a good team. Also, an important thing, we estimate average salary for each expertise is 2,000. So for 1 month, the minimum cost of the development of are 14,000. So that's all our team presentation. Thank you.
Okay, that's quite quick. Right. We would love to hear suggestions from the judges.
Okay, may I comment? The idea of easier is actually very good, where the problem you already identified well. And I think what is important when you want to deliver this product to the market, you need to ensure that who is the competitors. For example, let's say for YouTube and everything is very free, right? So you don't need to charge. So that's your main competitor. Another one is that your user, are they willing to pay or not for your service, your what you call, when you want people to upload the content, e-learning content to you. So that is more important thing. But more practical thing is, have you done an analysis when you develop this product? For example, business model canvas. So did you go through that process first to identify whether this model works? Because your product, you have a problem, you want to sell it, but does the model work? So that's my point. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Moizam.
Hi, can I go next? All right, guys, again, congratulations. Ideas are pouring in. This is like one of those apps that I think Dr. Ida, you would know. It's like a sharing platform where you can demonstrate your talents, what you have, or make you turn your talents into money. That's what the way I understand from your presentation. The thing is now, I just wanted to know, as I was listening, I couldn't see what is your revenue stream actually. Where is your revenue stream in your gig? Are you going to charge the user? Are you going to charge the person who wants to share the talent? Have you thought about it? That's from the business angle. I'm looking at it. Anybody to respond?
So basically for our revenue, actually we have a three main user. The first one is student that want to be a content creator. Then the second one is free user. They can access this platform as free, but some of the feature will be disabled. And the second one is student who want to pay. So basically we gain the revenue by first for free user we will put advertising. For the premium user or the student want to pay, they will pay either for each video, maybe the premium or the advanced learning, or maybe they want to pay for monthly. And if they don't want, they can just become a free user.
So okay, now I understand that. So how are you going to compete with? I think your concept comes as a YouTube concept. So you got to look at the visibility of YouTube. So what is so unique that you'd always think that what is so unique that people want easier and people don't want the others? That should be playing in your mind probably. That's the key issue that you need to think about it. Okay, that's all. Dr. Idea from me.
Thank you. That is very great input.
So can I give my comment?
Yes, please.
My only comment is on this extension of that revenue model. So when you explain, it looks like it's a mix of subscription for YouTube or for Udemy or Coursera, the edutech apps. I would suggest you land on one as the main primary revenue stream because the experience will be different. And if you land on, say, the difference will be YouTube, you pay to block out the ads and unrelevant information. Udemy, you pay to get into the course that you like, and then you get cert and whatever. So the experience is different. So your business operation also will be different. If you land on number two, then one of the key things that you can do is have a mapping, a structure of content. Because knowledge will only have value when there is structure and people understand that. Then people want to pay to get into any course. That's the thing I think you need to pin down, because in education tech, there's a few business model, and this is two that really famously done out there. That's it. Thank you.
Can I go?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi team. I got a question. When you guys are developing this idea, right, to do this online education content, have you gotten in touch with anyone in the market that have done this already, or what are your comparative analysis or companies that you guys do as a baseline to build your current idea and product? Have you shared this with anyone or asked anyone about this out there?
We search about Udacity and also Skillshare about where the expertise share the content. So we develop it for the student who share the content about all the knowledge and skill based on their experience.
Understood. So I'm guessing that you've never talked to anyone out there yet, right? So I think this is a good learning process for everyone as well. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Farhan.
So I think this is a good learning process for everyone. I think I'm guessing this is your first pitch. I assume lah. But I think if in the process of building your product, I'm assuming that even before you pitch in this session, it's good if you can have pre-engagements already with someone within the industry to actually help validate your idea, your product. For example, like in online education, especially in Malaysia, there are a lot of people building online contents already. So if you want to go in this industry, it's good that you are in touch with them so that you know what are the existing problems and challenges in the industry in this market. Then from there, you build on top of that the solutions with those challenges in mind. Then that's where the innovation comes in to actually solve those problems. Did you get me? Hello?
Yes.
Definitely, they understand.
Okay.
Farhan.
So maybe later. Good. So I think maybe later I'll get in touch with Dr. Idea. Maybe I can introduce you to some of the companies that have done this locally, so that they can help you build this idea further. Okay?
That's lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other suggestions and comments from our beloved judges?
Hi, I just want to add on something. I think I agree with Mr. Farhan. Definitely, what his comment and Dr. Chandra also and then Dr. Muhammad also comment is a good comment. The most important thing is what is your revenue streams, right? Your idea is great. I mean, is a good idea, but at the end, the most project fail because of financial problem. Okay, if you want to make it the apps like the community app, something like you want to start like free, it's good, but you need a resources, right? Then you have to pay for the resources. For example, your data, your cloud base and so on. You have to pay from the cloud server and so on, and then maybe you have to pay some of the programmers, maybe you can done by yourself. But at the end, you need some what we call it financial support. And then once you take out your own money from your own pocket money and or with the grant and so on, you need to generate revenue. What is your revenue strategy? So probably maybe you can start with the free, but you put the advertising inside it, something like Google AdSense and so on. But maybe not too many for the startup. Or probably you can have two version. One is a premium version. One is something like a free version. So the premium version without with the ads, with the free version with the ads and so on, right? Like one of your colleagues say mentioned now he doesn't like the ads, right? So yeah, it's true. Maybe who doesn't like the ads, they can go from the premium version, and then premium version have a certain more features, something like they can have a private chat or private video and so on, something like that. But idea is great. We can more brainstorm it, and then if we need more help, then maybe you can, Dr. Idea can set more discussion with us, and then we can try to help you on the commercial side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair Sari. So we would love to hear from Madam Linda or Dr. Noida Yu or other judges.
Okay, Dr. Idea, I think most of the panels pun dah bagi ideas. Actually, yes, the idea is great. But at the same time, you guys are still actually macam surrounded by what the current existing macam free channels macam YouTube, Udemy and all. Just nak cari the business model, right business model to support lah. That's one.
Thank you, Dr. Ida Yu.
Cuma I just wondering, you guys come with the idea, is it because you feel that the e-learning currently practices in UM is not really not working really well, is it?
Yeah, quite.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So to the judges, I already updated the assessment forms. I changed a few design features, especially on the name, because it detected like once you fill in one mark, then you cannot redo that. So I already changed that one. So please click on the link that I update, which is the latest at the bottom of the chat. And yes, Dr. Chandra, you can actually fill in that later or at the end of, at the end of the assessment, you can always fill in that I already changed that portion of assessment as well.
Can I share something with the participant today?
Sure.
Now, how many of you guys, student here, have seen the movie lah ataupun cerita lah Westworld season 3? Anyone? Because it's about a robot, AI and everything. And one of the punya thing that they show in the show is a app called Rico app. So it's very interesting. If you guys see the show, Westworld, please see that part where they introduce the Rico app, how the usefulness of that app, but it's actually a criminal app lah. But it's very good example how to design an app and why people use the app. The usability is important in anything when you develop apps. Okay, thank you.
Is it on Netflix, Dr. Mahizam?
Yeah, yes, it's on Netflix.
Yes.
If you search YouTube also, you can search Westworld Rico, RICO.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for the very interesting sharing. So, if there is no more comments, so we'll just move to the next. Thank you very much, guys. This is group 4, Easy Jerk.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, panel. Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
So now I would like to invite group 6 with the title Third World. So let's invite group 6.
Hello, madam.
Hi, Siki.
Yeah, I will share the content.
So Siki is the one who is in China at this point of time.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I come from China. Okay, after all introduction, I will present about about our software. Our software is currently being developed for the Chinese students studying in Malaysia. I have read online before that making software is about catching the pain points of the users. So we designed this software to catch the pain points of the international students, just like me. This is a Malay translation of the translation of Malay abbreviations and dialects. So this is a problem identification. So why we make this? There's more and more Chinese students coming to Malaysia to study, and whenever they hear Malay or see Malay when communicating with local students, they will be very confused. So I will show you the example. This paragraph appeared in my group chat. I only know the delete and simplify the 2 words. So very want to know what I say and what I'm talking about. So I copy this and translate on Google. And we got this. Oh no, I got this. After I translating, I also don't know what they said. So this is my pain point. And so the problems we have to solve. The international students don't understand the local language, so especially the Malay language. So we will have some communication problems. And the translation software on the market cannot translate the short forms and dialects of Malay. So this is our problems. And the personas is international students. Is just now so far is just focused on Chinese students. But this software is extensible. It may be all international students coming to Malaysia in the future, I think. And next, I will present the business idea. First is our targets. And the international students can understand the Malay abbreviations and dialects in the fastest time, and the integrate into Malaysia. So this communication is no longer a distance. And the second is let Malaysia dialects and abbreviations spread widely. And third is expand new products to Malaysia market. And this is our product ideas. So this ideas is just from me. This is true things appeared on myself. So one day I communicate on the WhatsApp, and I saw a teacher and students using Malay when they are chatting. I copy this just like this. I copy this on the Google Translate, but I also don't understand what they said. So the situation caused me very dire to replay in the group, and I don't know what need I reply. So I think this was very sad to me. And if have some important content, I just copy this and to ask my local friends, Malaysia local friends. But this method is very waste my time. So I want to create a software solve my problem. Okay. That's all my part. I will pass to my partner.
Next, I will introduce about the business model canvas. And the first one is about key partners in our product and shortcut word subscribers because we need a shortcut word suggestion to this application. And the next is Google, easy to access the Play Store. And the last one is a School of Language, Literature, and Translation. And the next part is key activities, problem solving to help customers to know what Malay delays means. And the next one is about to suggest what customers needs to improve this system. For example, maybe customers want another language such as Arabic. And the next part is key resource, shortcut word data, key proposition, application easy to use, and user can translate the word successfully. And the cost structure is value-driven, focus on value creation, make it usable for customer, licensing cost, and needs to use cost to find shortcut word, and developing cost. And the next one is a customer relationship and communities. By using this way, a developer can understand what customer needs in this system and communicate with customers such as social media. And the next one is channel. And the first one is Google Play Store to upload our application. And the second one is apps market that can access without VPN because for other country maybe cannot access the Google Play Store. The third one is a Facebook group. And the last one is customer segments to international students and people who are interested in Malay language. And the last one is people who needs to know Malay delays. And the next part is Storybox. And this is our product interface. The first one is register the system. Why we need register this system? Because after that, user can store their shortcut word inside the database, so they can use it to review what the shortcut word they want. And the next is login interface. User need to fill in the email and password. And the third one is if user forget the password, user can send the code to email to reset the password. And the next process is about process translate. This is the example. This is the example. My friends to face problem about this. They cannot understand what the word inside the chat. So this is the translate for chat. And then this application can translate the shortcut word directly. And then the next one is it can highlight the word and then can save the word shortcut word inside the database. Click the button, save, can save the word they want. And the last one is user can see the shortcut word, which one is saved inside the database on their application. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
Yes, then I will be talking about the user journey of this project. So just now, we have already seen the storyboard of this project. So this part will be the persona, which is our main user is international student. During their having experience with this app, they should be able to use this application to translate the shortcut words, especially Malay, after they register as a user. Also, user will then able to save shortcut word to review on their notepad. Then the next one is the big why. The big why is to help international students. How to resolve this problem is finding a way to translate local language. And what is we going to do is develop an application to translate shortcut words. All of this will be the reason why we develop this, because one of the problems those students meet is Google Translator cannot provide correct translation for shortcut words and dialect in Malay language. For example, the word tak, nak, mai, dan, apa. So the last part is the empathy. And this is the empathy map and showing how a customer may think, say, do, or feel. Again, our persona is international students. They might say, I want something reliable, something different, but where should we start? Because they don't know which translator application is the best that can help them. And when they can get what they want, they may think question that was it wasting too much time, or do they really translate well, or else what is best for me? Next, many of them will go and try out other different applications and compare their functions. They will make decisions after considering the pros and cons of translator app they have used. By the end, user may feel excited and fresh. This will happen when they finally find out what they want, although some of them may find inadequate if they couldn't get what they want. Okay, thank you.
Thank you to all the listener, and thank you to Doctor and judges give us chance to presenting this product. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Group 6. So we would love to hear from the judges.
Dr. Idia, may I?
Yes, sure.
Okay, very simple questions. When I look at the your storyboard, may I know why there is a need to have passwords in your apps?
I just want to make sure all the user can feel secure to use their application. Maybe some of the user don't want others to know what they do inside this application.
Oh, actually, I missed somehow in the presentations that you need the password because these apps is going to be used by text contributor. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So you have another one for common user who only want to use the product without contribute any text.
So yes, I think that is something that you guys have to think about. Maybe you don't think about it. So it's very good perception. The other point of view, right?
Yes, I think yes.
I think we missed that.
I want to ask about the okay, can I ask about the practicality of your app? You are going to distribute this on the Google app, so means that it's going to be a mobile app, right?
Yes.
So will the user have to input the word to translate, or is there any other method to input the text?
I think the user can copy their keyboard, can copy in their keyboard. But if we have enough like technology and we can develop the app, like it can import the picture with words, and then maybe the picture will be detected by the app and automatically translate the word, like image to text.
Are you aware is any translation technology that can take a camera picture and translate into word?
Yeah, I know there is this technology. Yes, I have used some other apps like this before.
So how will your app compete with those apps already there?
Currently, I think we cannot compete. We have no experience.
Thank you for your truthful answer.
Okay. I think in terms of the idea, it's a good idea that it is that something that you have really put your thoughts very seriously into something that is unique. But I just want to ask whether, on a very practical note, is it viable to make money from this app? Is it viable to make money? I'm looking from the entrepreneurship angle. Do you think you will have a big volume of students from China who's going to subscribe into into this type of app? I'm just asking.
I think Siki.
Okay, Siki.
Yes, Siki. I think you yourself is international student, right? So if there is this app available, are you willing to pay for it?
I can. I'm really new to this app. Yeah, I because every day I will see the chat they are communicating with Malay. So I want to copy this and completely to understand what they say. So I very agree to this app.
Okay, because I'm looking from that angle whether we can monetize the thing or not. Because I'm looking at a number of students, and then your subscription fee cannot be very high. It's going to be annual. So that's the only thing that's playing in my mind. Other than that, I think your platform can have diversification of modules that can enhance this idea into something big. That's potential. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me share something. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, the idea is great, and then I think it can be monetized because of doing in apps, and people are willing to pay maybe probably about 10 ringgit or 20 ringgit just to get this thing, especially the foreigner. I agree with your CEO, CEO. It can be monetized, I think. But the difficult part on this actually is the translation engine, the engine itself. You know, it's not easy to develop this kind of thing, especially if you want to translate the local dialect. If you want to translate like standard English, standard Malay, it could be there is a variable already in the market, I guess. Okay, but you want to translate more deeply, especially in the writing local dialect, something like nak tengok TGK, something like want to tengok is straightforward. It go to TGK, something like that. It's very short form, shorthanded, the write out, right? So this is what you need to develop. The database need to develop, and then this is a challenge, I guess. The more challenging is the engine, the translation engine. The rest, if you settle this translation engine, the monetization, the commercial, should be no problem, I guess, because the demand is quite big. If you have a solution, you come back to me. I can help you to promote, no problem. But the problem is right now is the engine, I guess. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Idia, Dr. Idia.
Yes.
If I can go before I let Linda ask more technical questions. I think earlier in the discussion I mentioned to Dr. Chandra, about getting students to go into entrepreneurship and also to make money. I think this is a good example of what technology software development is. And I think Dr. Chandra also mentioned that there's this company called RunCloud, for example. This cap that I'm wearing is actually the company that Dr. Chandra mentioned, where they develop.
I saw you were showing just now. Okay.
So the UTM students that built RunCloud product, they didn't build it to make money initially. It was a common problem faced by the software developer community, and they built this user interface so that it's easier for the front end developers to connect their application to the cloud servers, for example. And I think this is something that I would like to encourage. So like a few of the presentations before, so these are services and products solutions. So what you guys are building, in terms of monetization, that would come later when the product is fully mature. Eventually, someone will come and pay for it. But if this is something that is a problem to you, and you think that this is a problem within the community that you have, I think this can be further built. And you don't have to build this alone. That's what I'm trying to say. In your team currently, is any one of you are developers, software developers? Or everyone is software developer? Sorry, this is ICT course, right? Dr. Idia?
Actually, we also have students from multimedia.
Oh, okay. So they're not all developers, coders.
Not everyone is developers. Yes.
Understood.
Good.
So I think what you should also do at this point of time is to get in touch with local developer community in Malaysia as well as in China to see how you can further develop your solution. And put the monetary incentives aside. If this is a problem that you would like to solve using technology, I suggest you go for it. And I would like to connect you with the community in Malaysia that I think will want to help you build this product further. Okay?
Wow, you got an offering there.
Yes.
Wow.
I will help connect you to the right people in Malaysia that I think is they are software developers as well. So these are the kind of things that they like to do, solve problems, right? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Farhan.
So my turn to talk about technical, is it, Farhan?
It's
Agree with Farhan. Connect with a group of developers. But I think this app have huge potential because I'm currently taking doctorate in UTM, and some of my classmates are from China, and they have problem despite they have translation on WeChat engine, translation on a lot of Chinese site, and also Google. One idea I think you guys might want to, it depends on what your interest. Either you build the app that do the translation as of now, or you focus on the language, on the lexicon. So the language side is called lexicon, right? So they build the lexicon, and then you can sell that to any apps developers after that. And whatever have in the market now, I think Farhan can also have connect with a few lexicon developers, AI developers that doing language and linguistic lexicon in Malaysia. We have that. They are going for standard language. But you guys are talking about the slang, the short form, right? That really helps normal use communication language. That's a niche if you want to go that way. So when you're building this app, if you compete with application, like you said, there's no way you can compete with, say, Google or WeChat or whatever out there. But no one actually working in the forefront on the language of the slang as a library, as a knowledge tree that you can sell to other apps. Imagine if you have that, like how you in university, like Turnitin, right? What is that? It's just a database of information from all these articles that have submitted, and then they just match that, right? So we can also build a slang lexicon based on the crowdsourcing if you want to. So try to find niche like that, because competing with Google Translate is not easy. But if you have niche, then it's easier. If Farhan cannot connect you with the lexicon builder, you can also connect. I can also help you to connect with them. But I'm pretty sure it's in a MDEC world. They can help you better. That's my only comment.
I will connect them to you.
No, we got that. What Hussein apa Zulkifli something yang buat the Malay language library, right? He built the lexicon on AI.
Yes. Sure.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So to those who have classes after this, you can just leave this meeting. Sorry to hold you back. So we have one more group. This is the last group. Just to ask the judges if there is any other comments or suggestions. So I think this is it's a very good insight, and also offerings from both our industry judges. So you guys should, think about it. When Madam Lina talks about the dialects, you have 14 states in Malaysia. You're talking about Kedah State. We also have Kelantan, Sabah, Sarawak. So I think, Dr. Chandra, we're going to make a lot of money. So I think that's all. Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
When you say money, the camera is open.
Yeah, think about it. It's like, the dialects, the short forms. And
Somebody calling mentioned about money. I also have to.
There you go. Sorry.
Money is important in business.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Madam and all judges.
Thank you, Madam.
Just want to share about money just now. Funding lah. Actually, there's a lot of tools you can use, crowdfunding, for example. So if you like to know more about that, you can look at my YouTube channel, How to Raise Fund with FinTech. Thank you.
Yes. Talk to me also if you want to do the VC route.
There you go. Right. Now we would like to invite our last group, which is group 1, Book Depository. I know there are some issues on the assessment forms we're trying to fix it. Linda is helping me to fix it. If we can't, just write down somewhere manually. Later you can add on the marks for judges. Okay, we have group 1, book depository. So Azrin, over to you. Oh, yes.
Waiting for my group mate. Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum and very good evening. My name is Muhammad Azrin Iman bin Muhammad Ridwan. I am the CEO of the company which is Book Depository System.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Zain Mazrin bin Zakaria and my magic number is 259339. So my position is Chief Technology Officer, CTO. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Muhammad Haris Hakim bin Osman, to seat number 1, number 2, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer.
Hello, my name is Aina Faiz bin Mahamud. My position is the Chief Design Officer.
The last one is Najia.
Okay, my name is Nona Jamin Rosli. My magic number 26246. I'm CFO.
Okay, so we proceed to the big why. So our system is a web-based system, which is not apps. Is website is for a book, which is called Book Depository. So what Book Depository? The Book Depository offer a service for education facility to buy, sell, and exchange books from a person to another. Why we create the Book Depository? The Book Depository can save a lot of energy and time to find the right books that user wanted. And next is who, the person, who the target person of this system. It is students, staff, and campus community, or other people outside the UUM campus. And how? Mostly is for profit, which is profit will be made through advertisement inserted in the application. So we advertise the form, or we go for Facebook or WhatsApp or whatsoever. So we gain the money from all the advertisement for the book depository. So next one is the problem identification, which is first one is students do not have a proper platform to exchange or buy books from the other students, or buy a book from the internet or lecturer or whatsoever. Next is students took a long time to find their desired book, as there are no systematic platform. And the last one is academic books are really fairly expensive in the market. So as I myself a student, which is have to buy a book, which is have to buy a new one, which is keep updating a book, so they have to buy a new book, which costs expensive, quite expensive. So as you know, the personas is staff, students, and campus community. The next one, we go to the empathy map. First one is how do the user think, they see, how to say, and do, and hear. So they feel excited, they need more money, they are necessary for learning, can truth, and how do they see? WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So they say what they say and do, they buy, they sell, they ask friends how to buy, and most of it, how much is this book cost. And depend again, depend, worry about the price is expensive, afraid if not there are no people to buy it, they gain money from a student who sell it and get the book quality price as a student who buys. So that's all the same, mostly same in the empathy map, the other three. And last one is the storyboard. As you can see here, web-based system where student can post their book that they want to sell or swap book from another student. So firstly, the student can browse book in the web and choose which book to buy or swap. Next one, student can post their book that they want to sell or swap with another student. Student can update or delete their information on the system. Lastly, they can find student info in the web, for example, telephone number or analysis or whatsoever. These are the example of the system. And next, I will show you the prototype. Okay, so these are the not complete yet, but in development. So they can update or delete. So their title, author, price, description of the book, the publisher, and the ISBN. So they can add or update and also delete the book. So I will show you, for example, title, entrepreneur, author is Dr. Yawati, price is around RM30, and description, this is a book about learning business, and publisher, the UUM and ISBN. Okay, so when you press submit, it will successfully edit, and then there it goes. They will enter the data, will go to the system that I can share you guys. So I just share in the chat. You can try to take a look at the system, which is online, but this is the free hosting. So for the cost, it's not so much. You have to have a student which can in high experience in programming to create the system. Because web-based system is not so hard as a application. Web-based system, you need to have web hosting, domain, and database. So it costs around maybe $10 per month, and the domain is $10, around $9 per year or month. So it costs not much, but it can do something good with the money. So the money we gain is people who want to buy a book from the system. So they will find the book, and then they will check. There is chat description. So they book or chat with the person. So if they want to buy or they want to trade in the book, so we gain money from the book that we buy and book that we sell. So maybe around, if the book is in good condition, around 60 ringgit, for example. So we'll buy it for around 30, and we sell it maybe higher price, around 45 or 50, like that, because it includes the shipping cost, the transaction, the item that we need to wrap it up. So that's all from our system, which is book depository. So thank you.
Thank you, Azrin and the team. Yes, we would love to hear from our judges.
Okay, let me be the first one to congratulate your team for a very good social entrepreneur concept. Because this is a very good entrepreneur style. You are having a problem about books, helping the community, giving. This is the solution that we want to have entrepreneurs, not for business profit making, but also for helping others. So one question, because I need to know, as a student that developed this app, so do you think that, or are you confident as a student without the technology background? Can you think that you are able, as a UUM student, going to develop a real application for the use of the society, or you feel a challenge? Still, there is a long way to go, many courses to take, and so on. And what are the suggestion you want to say? And because this is for my research, for our grant lah, the input, because this is the last group, right? So thank you.
Okay, so for us, all of us is still a student, so I think there's a far long ahead journey to develop the system, but we can make the system, but not a stable system, just a basic system, but it still can go for it, because not so hard to make it, because you just need a web hosting and something like that.
Yeah, and maybe we can do the system, but it's not quite neat. But the students still can use, but it's not for high expectation.
Yeah, because we target over the UUM student. If we possibly can spread our system, maybe we can make a lot of profit of it.
Yeah.
Azrain.
Yes.
A wonderful idea. I really
thank you.
like the idea. But I mean, having said that, I just want to throw another question. How are you going to face a business like this when the dependency on e-books, budak-budak yang crack e-books. So with that around, how do you look at the sustainability of your venture?
Okay, so for the ebook VS versus the real book.
You're working on the real book, right?
Yeah, what?
You are working on the real book, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now ebook a lot in the market. People just copy and paste, and people crack and everything. So, how do you think that you're going to be sustainable?
So we sell at cheap price maybe. So because we collect the book like secondhand or first hand which are not used, so we collect the books and we sell cheaper.
Because if you, I may be wrong. I'm trying to learn to be a practitioner, but I'm a pure academician. But I'm just trying to crack my head. If this book can be changed into something else.
You mean it's like?
I do not know. I'm just thinking. As you present, I'm thinking. If this book, the concept is very nice. The concept is very nice because you are linking two parties: those who wants and who wants to let go, and who wants.
Yes.
It's a sort of a matrimony service when you concept. I want to get married. I'm looking for somebody to get married. So you match it, right? So the concept works, but I'm looking at the e-book punya challenge. I'm thinking if I get an idea or what. Tapi kalau as I was telling all the 5 groups, if you are interested, just come to us. Steady, we will try to go through the journey. Tapi kita tak ambil equity tau. We don't take a single cent from the company. We just groom. We try to get academics and also practitioners out there to go through the journey lah, so that maybe it's not a book, something else, antique, barang antique. I do not know. I'm it's playing in my mind. That's the only comment I have. Yeah.
Thank you, Prof. Chandra.
Chandra, I know. Apa you boleh ganti?
Apa dia?
Before student leave the campus, dia tinggal harta banyak untuk kita.
Yes, kereta, motor, kan?
And my team has go and collect all them.
Well, that's a bingo. I think Azrain, you can look into that. I mean, Dr. Idayu has the info. Memang banyak. Kalau student foreigner, PhD student, they leave their cars and go.
Yeah. They leave.
Like, they leave cars, bike, motors, and cutleries, whatever lah. So many things.
So when I was a student, we used to collect and buy washing machine. And when we grad, we give it to our junior. So we sell, but we sell manually. So now with this platform, something somewhere clicks.
I get the idea. Maybe either the book, maybe item, rice cooker or something like that.
Can work. But rice cooker comes in, food stuff coming, you have to cater the halal segmentation also.
Yeah.
So all those in the nutshell, right?
I need to meet with Prof. Chandra lah nanti. How to help these students?
Yeah, please lah. I really love to work you guys at the industry. How can we just get more and more tech startups?
Sure. Okay, for the group, right? I have 2 companies in Indonesia that I mentored before that doing something like this. They start with book. One of them start with book. Luckily, Indonesia mass market is so huge, right? Indonesia. And they actually, after 1 year, they can get around, like 100,000 ringgit a month by doing books. But there's a cost incur for it because you need place to save the books. And they kena cari all these like big factories to keep it. But again, what's the niche? For that company, the niche is Indonesian book, Indonesian language book. And they, after 6 months, they have this initiative that to encourage Indonesian to write books. But their why is different. I mean, I'm sure Dr. Ida, teach you about the golden circle, right? Because I saw some of the presentation have golden circle. So the why is different. The why of that company is they believe that Indonesian can be more developed if they have more knowledge. One way to have more knowledge is to disperse the knowledge in their language, because most of the suburb area, the English is not so good. So they translate everything. So if you want your why is that, then it's okay. If you want to go that way, my advice, do not focus so much on application and technology because that is not your strength. when we start Droppy, awal-awal tu, we just use Google Form to get orders. And then we reach about 70,000 a month. Then only we start, okay, in the meantime, start building the app and everything. By the time we have the app, we already have sales every month. Because at the end of the day is what value are you giving to your customers? Kan? Another route you can take is another company that also in Indonesia, and I also have one in Malaysia. In Indonesia, it's called Cumi. It's actually singkatan for cuma minjam. You can borrow anything on the platform. You can exchange anything on the platform. They take the percentage of that charges based on the transaction. They even at one time rent out a kereta kebal for they want to do some parade, and then some state have that, you know, like the army kereta kebal thingy, the tank. So one state rent to another state. So that's another route. But again, the business is different lah, right? And if you really understand the why, if you're not, then go back to Dr. Idia. I think she can explain more, deep dive, and then understand why you want to do that business. And then you can know what actually value proposition. It may be books, it may be other things. It may be like everything in university you recycle, and you have agents in all universities because you know that's the behavior kan. Macam apa the doctor cakap tadi, you know, like all these expat student like leave the barang in universities. That can be a business. Before they leave the item, you already talk to them, hey, leave to me. Don't live anywhere else. Live with me. So again, in your business, first the name needs to be changed because Book Depository is actually a UK-based company, very big. If you Google, you will see it. And if you're really serious in this business, there is potential. But find why you're doing the business, and then you find your niche.
Thank you.
That is awesome insight. Jazari?
Yeah. Sorry. Hold on, let me turn up my video. Okay. I think that what they do is a very great things, and then the good thing is it looks like this group is more technical. Maybe they have a programmer inside them, I guess, because the rest is more concept, but they are already implemented, I guess, some of that things. But the weakness, I mean, some part that need to improve is the interface. You know, sometimes you have a very good software, a very good solution, but the interface look like outdated, the color, maybe probably the design, it will not impress a user to use it sometimes. So that's why you need to learn a lot from Dr. Idia, the way you design the UX and UI, not just the app itself, but the interface, the skin. Some of the applications you see out there, their application is not so superb. It's just very normal software, but the skin, the color and design make they more impressed. Okay, so that's my comment lah. The rest, yeah, I agree with Dr. Chandra also. Probably you have to open for others things.
Yes,
right? But it's a good startup. Book is a very good startup for me because you need to start up from something. Because like book, you can determine what kind of the item that you need to put inside, something like the authors, the ISBN, so on, blah blah. Because the other thing, maybe they have a different category, right? So you need to determine one by one lah. At the end, probably you can become like Mudah, right? Like mudah.com and so on lah. Okay, but that's a good start. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Farhan, you want to say anything?
Yeah, my line is quite bad, but I want to say something. Do you guys know Azin? Azin?
Yeah.
Have you heard of this company called Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon.
Do you know what they started out as?
Product, I think.
Then you should Google Amazon.
Yeah, I know the Amazon because I watch a lot of video YouTube. They buy things from Amazon.
So Amazon initially they started out to sell books, but not the books that they own, but the books that bookstores own. Okay, so I think the key question, the key value proposition here is the data and the database. So at this point of time, if you ask me, Macam I dulu pun, masa I dekat universiti dulu, the first thing that you do bila you masuk university, you either buy the textbook or you go and photocopy, right? And all this being done based on recommendation by your seniors lah. And this is it's not just a problem in UUM, it's not just a problem in universities in Malaysia, it's a problem in universities across the world. Okay, but it's good that you start in Malaysia, in your university, in certain faculties, but eventually I think when you start to stack it up and have a proper database to identify which books for which courses, because eventually everyone across Malaysia, across the university, across the faculties, students come and go. Definitely there will be books that will be thrown out. And if you have the exact list of all the books that is required for all the faculties, and if anyone has that type of book with that title, or with the ones that you have, and you are able to say, okay, this kind of book ada berapa banyak currently available in Malaysia. So from the user side, they go there to find availability of reused books. From the supply side, you manage. Maknanya whoever wants whatever type of within your repository, you will be able to funnel it to them. And on the demand side, they will come and register to you whatever books that is in the list or add on some more lah. You faham tak?
Faham.
And eventually you might not even have to own or keep the books by yourself. So whenever it is needed, so it's transactional lah. And whenever transaction happens, the end user itself sends the book via post laju ke whatever courier ke in initial stage lah, before you grow and think like you are Amazon lah kan.
Big company.
So I think you should start focusing on trying to build that database repository, starting from UUM. All the courses in UUM, all the books, make sure it is listed on your database. If you can start to do that, then you can start to expand to other universities and other courses as well. Okay, that's all from me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Farhan. Thank you, Dr. Idayu. She has to leave for another meeting. Do you want to say anything? Say bye. Bye-bye ke?
Okay. Okay, bye-bye. And congratulations to all students, yeah?
Thank you. Any more insights from the judges? Okay. So I think, so we come up to the end of the hackathon. Thank you very much. Group 1, Book Depository. So can you see how the idea evolved? So with all these people, very great people with great ideas.
Yeah, yes, can.
There you go. So we learned a lot.
Simple people who are learning together with you guys.
I like the most Dr. Chandra idea. Mr. Chandra idea. Yeah.
I'm also in a part of learning, like what you say. I'm also learning. My background is occupational safety and health, nothing to do with entrepreneurship.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're a good team, media. Good job. All the best to you. I mean, congratulations. Thank you very much.
Oh, I want to say now.
Thank you.
So next week, next Sunday, we're gonna have like 6 more groups to present. I think Madam Linda will not be around. We're gonna have Mr. Atasha from Froxy Mojo, and I'm reaching out to Magic people as well to join us. So until then, any like 1 minute word from the judges to the students?
Okay, boleh saya share?
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
I believe whatever it is, all the students here are still has the potential and always try to open up your mind to learn more things on technology. I myself as a banker, not a technology lecturer, but because I read and actually I understand that we need to change. For example, one thing that I want to share with you all about AI, right now I'm using a robot to clean my home. It's very simple, easy. Technology is there. So when you use technology, so you learn how to appreciate, and actually it's simple and easy to do it. Yeah? Even though you without a technology student. All the best. All the best. Thank you very much for inviting me. Assalamualaikum.
Pesanan pengajar sikit, all these students, jangan lupa if you want to go further, please come to SEDI. As long as we are here, I mean, we are always there to help you guys.
There you go. Director of SEDI. He gave his word. Tiazari, 1 minute last.
1 minute last. Okay. Actually now we are USB are looking for the potential product to get commercialization. So if you need our help to be a platform for you to commercialize your product, we love to do it with you guys, and just say hello to me, and then we can get connected, and then you can get my phone number with Dr. Idea or my email and so on. No problem. Anytime, anywhere. We are borderless right now. We work from home also. Okay, so very and I'm very impressed also. Some of your presentation is well done and very well prepared. And then good luck. And then that is the best actually. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. So we'd like to hear something from Linda, perhaps. Or Farhan?
Yes. So as I said in the text, about think big, move fast, start small, fail fast. You know, it's a journey. It's not a destination. You know, whatever you do, make sure that you are in it for the longer term. Do it for the right reasons, and reach out to Dr. Idia. I would like to assist the team, your team members, whatever you guys need. I'll try to assist in whatever way we can. We are here for you.
Thank you, Farhan. Madam Haslinda?
From me, I guess startup and business is not for everyone. This is actually your test whether you want to be in this world. And if you decide that you want to be in this world and you want to know more about startup, get my contact from Dr. Idia. She knows how to contact me. I'm willing to help. And good luck. And one thing, remember next time when you pitch, within that a few minutes, everything must be pretty and nice. Only then people will say like, oh, and think further of whatever that you present. If not, their mind will stuck at the visual that they saw. So that's the only last word that I leave for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Linda. So I think that's conclude all. Again, thank you for making time to this GIG Hackathon 2021. So I'll see you next on the 17th. Okay? All the best and stay safe.